All right, so today we're just going to go over the new in-ear system and how you're controlling the mix to your ears. We don't have the P16s anymore. Instead, we're just basically taking a bus from our soundboard and it's going to your ears and you can control it. So this does a couple things. One, we won't have like the connection issues we've been having where some people are losing one side. You don't have to deal with the sticky buttons and the knobs that are on the P16s because there'll be these iPads which are super easy to clean. And also it gives you access to more channels. So on the P16s we had 16 channels we could use, but we're obviously using a lot more, so then I would have to kind of group some stuff together and you wouldn't have as much control. So this gives you a little more in-depth control and should help things sound a little better. But we'll also be kind of keeping it simple as well. So I'll show you some things. Hopefully this all makes sense. Some things might change as we're going through and figuring out what works for people and what doesn't. But as of right now, this is the plan. So on the iPad, this is just the home screen. So we have our this little Q down here at the bottom. That is wing Q. So that's how we're controlling our ears. We'll go ahead and open that up. And when it opens up, you'll be greeted with these two options, ideally. So the one on the left is MCCC FOH, and this one on the right that's purple is offline editor. You don't ever need the offline editor. I just can't make it not be there. So again, you can just focus on this MCCC FOH. If for some reason you only have the offline editor, if you swipe up from the bottom and close the app and open it again, that might work if you're having any bigger issues. I'd be happy to help. Joe can help, whatever. So let's go ahead and tap on MCCC FOH. FOH is front of house. MCCC is Mount Carmel Christian Church. Go figure. So here is what you're greeted with at first. So this is the MCA page, but I'm going to kind of walk us through a couple things. So up here in the top right corner, you'll see it says Pack 4. Basically, every week I'll go through and name these packs for whoever's going to use them. But since this is just video, it just says Pack 4 right now. But ideally, you should open up your iPad and see your name up here in the top right corner. And then you have these other faders. So these are groups. MCAs are groups. And kind of I set this up so that it would be a little simple, less stuff to scroll through if you don't want to dig into stuff and get in the nitty gritty. If you're just like, hey, I want more drums or less drums, let's be honest, or more click, less click, that sort of thing. This does get a little tricky for things like if you're a vocalist, then this is all of the vocals, not just your vocal. So the groups are kind of for big picture changes, but if you kind of want to get in and be a little more specific with what you're adjusting, you'll go to this mix page. So up here in the top left corner, we have MCA, mix, and user. So we'll go ahead and move on to mix. So here, basically, it has all the channels, more or less. So you see we have all these drum channels, drum talkback, 3 guitar channels, bass, keys, tracks, click, vocals, other speaking mics, room mics, the computer, and then our effects. So basically in here, I mean, it's the goal here is to be pretty simple. You can just tap on whatever you want. If you want more of it, bring it up or bring it down. You scroll just by swiping left and right. It's just like using your phone is kind of the goal here. Something we're all using every day. So that's more or less volume. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. If you want to pan stuff, you'll see this little hourglass shape here. Right underneath the name, you just tap on that and then you can pan stuff left or right or however you want to. Well, that's pretty much the two options, but you know, this can be useful. Panning can be useful. You also have over here on the right side, and this is true in any view, your overall bus volume. Ideally, I would just leave this at 0 and then make your adjustments to your mix. But if you're like really having trouble hearing something, you can kind of turn other things down and then bring your whole pack volume up or down if you want to. The other thing, at the top of the mix page, you'll see MCA spill. So of our MCAs, we have drums, bass, guitars, keys, tracks, etc., etc. So on there, you can basically go in and say, okay, I want to mess with the drums. So I'll MCA spill 1, and that lets you easily get to the drums. 2 will let you get to bass. 3 guitars, 4 keys. And some of these, like, it is kind of weird having a group just for a single instrument, but that was basically so you could kind of mix whatever you need from here without having to go into the mix page if that intimidates you. But also, it doesn't need to intimidate you. It's nothing crazy. You just scroll. It's all swiping. Scroll, swipe side to side, swipe up and down to get your volumes. That's a quick overview of the iPads and mixing your ears with them. Obviously, it'll be a bit of a learning curve. It'll take a little bit of time, but we'll be here to help it be as smooth as possible. And I think in the long run, this is going to be a great step up from the P16s. Thanks.